All right, we are going live. Let's get the chats going. Let's get the audio video test going. Anybody home for some freedom? All right, so while we get everybody in here, we will make this Friday night worthy of remembrance. As you guys filter in, let me know if everything's good. We need audio checks, video checks. I need to make sure everything is solid. Adult apple juice on deck. John Jacobs, Steven. All right, we are getting in here. What up, what up? All right, beautiful people, let me know the audio. Let me hear the video. Everything solid? This is beautiful. Look at you guys showing up. Arizona, love it. This is what I'm talking about. Apple juice, baby. That's right, quickie. All right, so it looks like sounds good. Okay, so question for you guys. You might notice I am in my new studio. What do you guys think? The air conditioner is on. Is that too loud? Can you guys hear that? And should I turn it off? Let me know. Data, good observation. I love it. New backdrop. Nice. It's fine. Good stuff. Everything's good. No, it's good. AC's okay. Beautiful, because that makes my life so much better. That's incredible. Good stuff. All right, well, guys, while everyone is filtering in, check this out. Yes, this is my new backdrop because you guys are the first ones to see my new studio, which I just finished. The back right back here, that is stack stone. That is slate stack stone. That is a metal logo sign. Over here, we have beadboard on both sides. Not beadboard. We have shiplap on both sides. We've got audio everywhere. This is the new studio, and you will be seeing videos go live from this location starting this weekend, and I am excited to share it with you guys because I've been working on this since mid-March. If you've been following me on the Instagrams, you guys have been seeing the updates, but this is the finished product, and I am amped to share it with you guys. All right, people are digging it. Looks awesome, looking great. That's what I'm talking about. Good lighting. Yep, I got plenty of those. I got 2 new cameras. Like I've been teasing with you guys for a while, we are going to take this to the next level, and I am excited about it. All right, everyone is getting in here. Congratulations, very cool. I do need a spinning globe, but I'll be honest with you, I love this metal sign. That is so cool. That's actually cut from 3 different sheets of metal, and mounting it on that slate wall was fun. Oh, what does the bottom of the sign say? Let me get out of the way. Hold on. All right, that says, whoop, Fide said Vide. It means trust but take care. Yeah, the camera's a little high because I didn't want to give you a chest shot. Irene, I love your studio. That is awesome. I'm glad you guys like it. I would do a wall like that, Anthony, but I'm not going to give them what they want. Make it too easy. No. We're going to keep this message going out. I'm not going to give them a reason, but it is a fire logo though, right? Good stuff. I appreciate it, guys. I'm glad you guys seem to like it. It's going to be amazing. I cannot wait to share with you all of the different 4K cameras I've got, the lighting elements I've got. This is about to go to the next level. This Freedom Train is stepping up a notch. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, no, that's coming. So the details you'll see in more videos, Romeo. We're going to have more American flags. We're going to have all sorts of paraphernalia. It's going to be incredible. You just can't see it right now, but it's going to be awesome. Oh, look at this. Chazzy, I agree. I'm going to be honest. Great spot to have a man cave. This is legitimately, I did all my editing and all my video work today in this little office/studio, and it is incredible. I'm going to be honest. I'm so excited. Follow me on the Instagram at Langley Outdoors if you guys want to see a detailed walkthrough, but tomorrow I'll be doing a video where I am actually walking you through what's going on in here. I'm also going to show you where I came from the place where I actually started my YouTube channel. And I am glad to see you guys have you guys see that. Love what you do, Braden. Hey, thank you, Chazzy. Thankful American, that's right. Any new news on New York State? Not quite yet. I will have merch coming. That's the next step. I expect to have that before the end of the year, hopefully before the November elections, but we'll see. Quick, she looks frozen in a one surprise expression. You're not wrong. Ready for the midterms? That is right. Thank you for all you do. Hey, we're in this together, guys. I thank you guys for showing up. Oh man, love the new digs. That's awesome. I cannot wait to show you guys everything. It's gonna be so cool. I'm gonna do a whole video on it tomorrow. I'm amped to show you guys where I am now, but also where I came from, and that I'm not gonna ruin too much of the message, but it's gonna be incredible. All right, so we are at 269 concurrent viewers. As always, guys, make sure you are dropping those likes. Make sure you share the chat out so we can get this live stream going a little bit. I'll kick it off in a few minutes, give it a few seconds to get everyone in here, and then we're gonna pop it. Per usual, I've got my list of video content that we're gonna touch on, should you guys run out of things to talk about. And then I've got the video live feed over here. Everything is solid. So per usual, we're just gonna have a little bit of fun for about an hour. We're gonna bounce out of here around 8:50, 8:45, and then we get ready for the video launching at 9. So, wall hangers to the left in the future. Oh, there are absolutely wall hangers in the future, Data. I'm actually gonna do that tonight. Once I get off this live stream, or tomorrow morning, I can't decide. But tomorrow will be the final decorations and the propaganda, all the good stuff, and then you guys will see that probably Saturday night is the first video. If not Saturday night, it will be Sunday morning. So I am excited. That's right, No Dimber is coming. That is incredible, very. I love that, No Dimber. That's incredible. All right, so you know what, guys? We're about at 300 viewers. We usually wait till about 500, but that is okay because we are gonna kick it and have a great time. Logo is very nice. I appreciate that, Gerald. I love it as well, especially when I picked it up and it was all metal. It was so cool. I'm really excited. All right, so guys, as we kick this bad boy off, we're sitting, like I said, around 300 concurrent viewers. I collect likes. If you have any laying around, I would love it for you to drop them on the stream so we can get this thing going a little further. If not, that's totally cool. Hopefully we can earn it in the future. We are going to talk about either 10 topics or what you guys want to talk about because I've got everything set up. I can see what we're doing, and we're going to have a great time. Good day, LOA. That's right, TMO. What's up? But if you guys have questions, per usual, drop it in over there. Everything is solid. It looks like the super chats are working, the actual chats are working, the audio and the video. And with that, let's get it. All right, beautiful people. What are you guys feeling tonight? We got a lot of stuff going on. It's kind of periphery. There's some state level stuff. There's a couple federal weird things. What do you guys want to talk about tonight? We can kind of get down a little bit. Dram bars. Okay, starting off really strong. I like that. I don't have merchandise just yet, Chazzy, but I will. Stay tuned. Do not worry. That is the next plan. I just saw one I wanted to hit on. There we go. Will New York gun laws be struck down? Gun laws in general? Nah, probably not in New York, because that's kind of like one of their mainstays. However, I do believe that the new concealed carry thing is going to be struck down, just because it blatantly violates the Bruin decision. So I don't see a way in which that actually stands. But again, it is New York. But I'll be honest with you, I think that they have legitimate opportunity to strike that down. At least the judge is seeming that way, especially considering that their whole premise, historical precedent, is around prohibition of rights of people groups based on religion and race. Other than that, no issues. But yeah, that is a bad thing. Anything about Mexico? Ice cold? Nothing yet, man. I'm still watching. I'm keeping that consistently. The last thing I saw in the Mexico lawsuit was that a lot of the left-leaning DAs joined Mexico in an amicus brief, but that is the only thing that I'm aware of. Nothing has changed as of yet. All right. Benitez nuking Cali on Monday. We're going to find out. And if that happens, I will have something about this. Did you see Crump's video about an ATF solvent trap visit? I did not. I have not. Now, that's actually a very interesting concept right now because for some reason, the ATF does seem to be more active than previous. I think I have my own opinion on that. I'm probably going to do a video on it next week. But it seems much more more than it is a random. It seems much more orchestrated from the top, particularly when you look at Jodi Ernst's letter from the Senate to the ATF and Merrick Garland. It seems like there's a bigger plan here. Now, I don't really know if you're talking about a concerted effort to openly destroy or an overzealous attempt at enforcement, which will lead to a backlash. So, I don't really know which one that is just yet, but I'll be honest with you, they are being much more active than they have done in previous times. Ice cold, there is nothing on the Mexico lawsuit. Yeah, not yet, man. All right, guys, welcome in. If you were just now coming in, we started a few minutes ago. We'll be rocking about till 8:45, 8:50. If you guys are new, check out the new studio. This is the new backdrop. That's a slate stackstone wall. That is my metal logo, and right over here is shiplap, which I created from these hands. Oh, man, so what else you guys want to talk about? Let's see here. Ooh, Third Circuit sends New Jersey's ban on a 10-round magazine case back down to the district yesterday. Yeah, that does make sense. It seems to be, Octavian, that's a very astute point. It seems to be that the areas that are extremely driven by gun control are playing the real long game by sending everything straight down to the lowest level of courts. And to your point, or someone else's point, Benitez might do the exact same thing on Monday, so we'll see. Definitely, I will cover that the second it comes out. Most likely I'll stay in my time slots, but it'll definitely be a content driver. Scott Prey with a super chat. Thank you, Scott. Is Joe Biden's school debt bailout a quid pro quo for votes? I don't believe that you could actually classify it as a quid pro quo for votes. I mean, it's very obvious it's placating to a very specific subset of the population, which tends to vote Democrat. That was a nice way to say that. But I wouldn't say it's I do this, you do this. I would say it's more catering to the far left to make them acquiesce to activate and get out and vote for someone or for an entire party, because look what we've done for you. I think that's more of a likely observation. I wouldn't necessarily say quid pro quo. I would definitely say it's pandering for sure. All right, Eyes Wide Open with a super chat. Thank you so much. Have a Subsy one. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll hold the subs and I'll have some adult apple juice. That was for you, Eyes Wide Open. That was for you. All right, Kyle Richards says, stall tactics by anti-guns. Yes, that's exactly what this is, going back to the court cases. These are stall tactics to make it go longer and further and as much as they can until they have to finally acquiesce. And still, it's going to be a hostile environment, but eventually, they are going to have to acquiesce. That's as simple as it is. And honestly, I cannot wait for that to happen. All right, I'm catching up a few of the chats over here. If you guys have chats, throw it over here because this is a live Q&A. And if you guys don't have anything to say, I will pull from my little prepared list here. Let's see here. Catch up over here, reading these and also doing this. I haven't heard anything yet on the CRS and the NFA suit. Not yet, Pierce, not yet. Do you think mag restrictions will ever be eliminated? Yes, I do. Jerry, that's a very good question. So here's the way that I think that they will be eliminated. I think that they'll be eliminated through things like individual court actions, like they're going on in Colorado right now. The Colorado or Rocky Mountain Gun Owners Association is doing a lot of work going into the court system, and they're actually getting a lot of things either put under injunctions or temporary stays or whatever, what have you. One win in a court like that for mag bans or basically invalidating mag bans, you're talking about something that goes now state level, now it goes federal level, to be honest. I think that's how mag restrictions will be eliminated because it's quite simple. There's no historical precedent for it, and that's what Bruin was about, right? There's text and history shall not be infringed, and there's no historical evidence for what you're asking for. You can't do it. That's the exact reason that in the Florida case around marijuana, where they were talking about if you are a medical marijuana patient, then you can't own firearms. That's one case. And then there was one in New York where both cases, the DOJ under Biden and Merrick Garland, were actually advocating that because there was historical precedent of denying Catholics in the 17th and 18th century firearms, that they can deny anyone firearms now because there's precedent. They also cited indigenous peoples as a component as well. So I mean, like, it's really gross, but that's all they're coming up with, and it's, I mean, like, the court of public opinion on that one is going to be painful if they keep pushing that. All right, let me catch up here. Made it in. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome in. Talking about the tax thing. That's no good. That tax thing with the bailout for college students, I didn't dig that too much. How will ghost gun law affect us in Columbia County in Oregon? So you're talking about a sanctuary county versus a federal law, so it's kind of in that gray area. It's a good question, David. It's in the gray area between like a SAPA, which is a Second Amendment protection area, or you're talking about like the oh my gosh, what's the name of those cities? Sanctuary cities, kind of that nature. I think it comes down to enforcement and what they're actually willing to to enforce. Yeah. Oh, that's a really okay. Someone just something. Someone just said something right here that I want to hit on. Where did it go? I just saw it. There we go. Richard Dakin says Trump 2024. Get ready. So now here I'm going to say this flat out. I'll be honest with you guys. You guys can let me know in the comments what you think. I legitimately was on the fence if he was going to actually declare for presidency in 2024. I knew he'd be a main player. I thought that he was either going to be a kingmaker, which is what he's done this midterm season. I think he's got like 93 or 94% success rate with all of his candidates that he's endorsed, which is an off the charts success rate. I thought he was either going to stay in that capacity or he was going to run for president. After the raid on Mar-a-Lago, I think that he 100% is going to run for president. I think it bolstered his popularity. It bolstered his coffers for the actual presidential campaign. I think the overreach put the nail in the coffin. I think he's absolutely going to do it, and I think he's going to get it too, because legitimately they crossed the line with that, with way too many people. Oh, hold on a second, Irene. We got something here. The ATF went to my sister's house in Michigan. She demanded a search warrant. They told her they didn't need one. She told them she will see them in front of her boss, a judge. They left in a hurry. Right. That's exactly right. Going from a perspective of a government agent requiring you to see something of yours, your personal property, they cannot do that without a warrant at all. Any of them. Matthew Blott, any FRT updates? Not really, honestly. Not really. Not this time. The courts will force it when enough lawsuits are brought. 100%. Talking about the New York case. Talking about the other cases about mag bans. All right. Sorry, guys. I am trying to catch up. Okay. Now there's actually a good one. Irving Sanchez actually just brought up a really excellent point. Said lead ammo not being legal on federal land. It's our land. So that's actually something that's in my stack of stuff that I might do a video on. That's something that they're actually putting forward and saying you can't use lead ammo or lead fishing weights on federal land because it pollutes the environment or it does whatever or what have you or whatever. So that's one of the things. I don't even know if that's necessarily a gun control aspect. I think that's an added benefit. I think they think of it from a perspective of, well, lead pollutes the environment and bullets are made of lead. And so if we can kill two birds with one stone, not pollute the environment and make ammo more expensive, I'm down for that. I think that's more likely than it's just targeting owners. Specifically since all the hunters and outdoorsmen are the ones that pay for those lands and the preservation of those lands. But that's just my own personal thing. All right, so I'm catching up, man. You guys are talkative tonight. I dig it. I dig it. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Chazzy, do you think we have any chance in New York of getting our 2A rights back? I think that you do. It's a lot longer of a road to get your rights back than it is, say, in Missouri. Because you have such a large portion of the population, and New York City is dragging that state so far to the left. It is going to take longer, but the court systems will force it, at least in my opinion. That's what I think. Just catching up on a few more of these things. Sorry, guys. Great content. Missed the old intro. Can you put? Wow, that is a throwback. Okay, Mike, that shows me you've been here for a while because I had an intro for you guys who weren't. I had an intro back in the day when I was doing content that was completely different, and it actually had my logo in a gun range, and it had holes being shot in it. Wow, good, nice throwback, Mike. I appreciate that. All right, I am catching up on a few of these chats over here. Oh, we got a super chat from Mike. Thank you, Mike. 2 Illinois judges ruled FOID unconstitutional in 2 cases. Said no bearing on the rest of us. Think we can fight this and void the FOID. I'll be honest with you. I think that the FOID cards are going to fall. I don't know when they're going to fall because they are clearly an infraction upon the Second Amendment. They are impeding the Second Amendment. They're basically asking the state for permission and a license for a constitutional right. Now, the state courts are one thing. If it goes to the Supreme Court, I think it's pretty simple. Those FOID cards will be ruled unconstitutional pretty much across the board. A license to embrace a right is not a right at all. It's a privilege. Anyway, that's what I think. Anthony says, I want to see Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis as running mates. That would be a wrecking ball. That would be very interesting to see. That's hilarious. All right, no problem, Chazzy. All right, everyone I'm catching up. Whew. Sweet, good stuff. if you guys are just now making it in, we are at 455 concurrent viewers. All the good likes. If you have likes laying around, I would love them. And we are cruising well. We're going to be here until about 8:45. So welcome to the party. All right. Oh, that's actually an interesting question, Alex. I haven't seen that in a while. On an unrelated subject, is the Mantis X3 training system worth the money or just a gimmick? It's actually not a gimmick. It actually is pretty good. I've used them. I personally prefer actually going to a range, but that's a little bit different. That's a preference. But they're not bad equipment. They are pretty accurate. I've used them years ago. They were pretty good. Oh, Sean, asking the obligatory question. Love it. Do you think the NFA and ATF will go away and full auto guns become legal again? Okay, that's a two-part question. Do I think that the ATF will ever go away? No, I do not. I think that the ATF conversation around disbanding or defunding the ATF, the biggest and best thing that I can say around that topic and argument is be careful what you wish for. Because while the ATF is a threat to the Second Amendment, they are the ones that overstep their bounds. They do infringe quite frequently, and you're seeing a lot of that right now. The ATF is basically kept in a box by Congress. All the funding is allocated directly to the ATF. The ATF directorships are a point of contention. It's an isolated item that does X specific function. If the ATF did not exist, first of all, it's not going to not exist because someone's going to collect that tax revenue from alcohol, tobacco, and from the NFA. Like, that's millions upon tens of millions of dollars. That's going to be collected. So that means it's going to either go to the FBI, it might go to the IRS, it could go anywhere. And if you're talking about something of that nature, you might be jumping out of the frying pan and into the fire. That's my own personal opinion. That doesn't mean that it's going to happen or not going to happen. I've always had the mentality of always watch the other hand, and that's kind of a big part of my channel is what they're really doing under the surface. I don't know. I have a hesitation about getting rid of the ATF because I don't know what will replace it. Kind of like the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. Now, the next part of that question, do I think full auto guns will become legal again? I can't tell for the extended future. I doubt it in the short-term future. I think the NFA will remain intact. Repealing the NFA is a little bit harder of a task. Yes, it is unconstitutional because you're taxing a right, but it's so ingrained in from a gun control perspective and common sense, air quotes, perspective in the United States population that you'll get suppressors removed via legislation. I think you'll get SBRs removed via legislation. I don't think you'll get full autos just because of the mindset that people have on it. Now, long term maybe, but short term, I think that's where we sit. I mean, at least that's my opinion. You guys can let me know what you think. Oh, Patriot says, new studio is cool. Good job. Thank you. Actually had no contractors on this. I built this entire thing myself. Just a little point of pride. Ooh, quick. Good, very, very good. Oh, dang it. I just saw it and moved. Hold on a second. There we go. The EPA ruling should help keep the ATF in line. 100% agree. The ATF is a bureaucracy underneath the DOJ, which is essentially led by the executive branch, the president, right? So when the EPA versus West Virginia case came down from the Supreme Court, just like 2 or 3 days after Bruin, you're talking about the ability to reclassify rules and details inside rules and laws was stripped away from the EPA, which means that existing bureaucracies cannot interpret law. That's Congress's job. So if you extrapolate that from the EPA to the ATF, you're talking about triggers that become machine guns. You're talking about pieces of metal that are or not machine guns. You're talking about what's an SBR, what's a pistol brace. Like, all of these things fall under that. So it'll be very interesting, but it's a very good point. The EPA ruling will keep the ATF in line, and that's all you really need to do is keep them in line. Oh, man. Lewis, I can't even talk about that, but I want to. Just know I do. All right, Rand Paul doesn't get enough credit. It's pretty much right, he does. Or he does not, excuse me. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just kind of catch up with here. That's awesome. Oh, talking about the studio. Thank you. Scott, nicely done. You must follow the Instagram at Langley Outdoors. That's correct. This is the war wagon I am in. It is complete, and I am super proud of it. I am so amped. It's the greatest thing. I legitimately, the channel is about to go to a next level that I can't even really put into words. I'm so excited. It's about to go next level. All right. What up, everybody? People still filtering in. I love it. We're at 529 people chilling, saying hello, spending some freedom together on a Friday night. I love that. All right, so there's a few things I want to touch on from the notes that I have from this week. By the way, tonight at the 9 p.m. video, just a little plug, you guys want to see that video. It's going to air right after this in a premiere at 9 p.m. The state police in Illinois are seizing FOID cards by expanding the definitions of clear and present danger. You need to see that video, just saying. But check this out. Let's get this. Oh, this makes me happy on the inside and the outside, I'll be honest. So you guys saw the video, I assume, that, yeah, hit that like button. That's right, everyone's up on it. I love it. So the Democrats across the board are denying Biden's help or Kamala Harris's help in all of their campaigns. Right now, if you didn't see that video, it was from previous Monday. 60 gubernatorial, Senate level, and House level, all of them. They don't want Biden anywhere near them. I don't know why. It couldn't be like inflation or, you know, paying off loans and screwing half the nation, or Afghanistan, or gas prices, or grocery prices. It could. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but none of them want him. It's the weirdest thing. Oh man, it's so crazy. Dude, like the new look. Thank you, EX. Thank you. Get over here. You're the man. No, you guys are the men. And women. I don't discriminate on this channel. By the way, we have a lot of ladies that watch this channel compared to other percentages on other channels. I'm just saying. And you guys are welcome, just like you ladies are welcome. All right. This is time for an adult apple juice beverage break. Hold on one second. Love it. The adult apple juice this evening comes from Ireland. Just saying. I can only hit the like button once. Kyle, it's okay. I will accept that one. That is incredible. Dopey Fud. So, been wanting to ask, what does your flag in the old room say? So, if you're talking about the flag that is directly behind me, that flag is something that my wife bought me. It's actually a list of comments that were really impactful comments on my channel that was arranged into a flag. So that's why it's made up of words, but it's the image of the American flag, and I love that. That was a cool gift. Anthony says my favorite channel. That's awesome. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right, catching up all these things. Eric, are there any new lawsuits to restore nonviolent their 2A rights? Not that I've seen. I've heard rumblings of nonviolent felons, but it's only rumblings. I have not hit it. Nick TD, I hit the like button 3 times just in case. I love it. I love it. Could it be that he cannot hold a conversation? Talking about Biden. Oh, nice choice, G. I love it. DJ Marty, you have done and still doing an amazing job on keeping us updated on great info on gun rights. Well, thank you, DJ. I appreciate that. Linda, I'm an old lady of almost 73 and love your channel. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Michael Graziano. New look is great, but Braden needs to do the gun tuber thing and hang some eye candy on the wall. So that's actually, okay, I'll come clean with you, Michael. So one of the things on this channel that I just happen to know from 100% experience is the algorithm when it's running through, when you're doing videos and you're getting checked, if you're going to get sent out, if you're not going to get sent out, if your video is going to get flagged, whatever, it always scans images, which is the reason that you never see anything physical on my actual videos. I will refer to them. I'll use language when anything I get a little concerned about. I'll use different language where you guys know what I'm talking about. Like one of my favorite things I used to say was the Alfa Romeo 16-1. But that's why you don't see them, because the channels that will see them will catch a lot more heat simply because the algorithm picks out an image. So that's that piece. Oh man, good stuff. Let's see here. I'm trying to catch up on these bad boys. I got a super chat from DW. It says, do you think a Biden impersonator is being used because Biden may have Alzheimer's? I'll be honest, if that were an impersonator, it's like the worst impersonator ever. Like, hey, Mr. Impersonator, don't mess up. Okay, I'll mess up. Oh man, look at this. Jim Bob is here. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. Get this party started. That is right. Gary, it depends on what you're talking about with AOC. Are we talking about the guy who was talking to her on the steps of the Capitol? What are we referencing here? Oh, Kelly, good question. Have you heard anything about Daniel Defense just got on? Yes. They are being named in a very large lawsuit from the parents and the people around the Uvalde situation. And so they will be on the conversation for a while because we're going to have a lot of updates on that because they're going to come out with lots of stuff. Let's see. Love the channel at 71. Thank you, Lewis. You guys are awesome. Irene, I really appreciate you and the information you have given out. Hey, thank you so much for being here. Wait, who was late? JDA. It's all good. Welcome to the party, everybody. We are sitting at currently 557 of your fellow like-minded patriots. We are going to keep cruising for about 25 more minutes until about 8:45. Then we are going to hit a live stream for the premiere for the 9 p.m. video, which is about the state police seizing FOID cards by expanding definitions by government emergency fiat. And that is not concerning at all. Jason Oni, we got a super chat. I look forward to these live chats. Keep it up. Thank you, Jason. All right, let me catch up here. Let me see a few more of these comments. Oh, that's a very good question, Gary. How do you think they will continue to push gun control after recent court decisions? They are clearly on the defensive, like absolutely on the defensive. So all the state legislatures typically will go into session in January through around May. So the first part of the year, we're always talking about the state level gun action. That's where all the constitutional carry came through. And depending on this coming November, where everyone needs to vote so hard that if we get enough of the governorships like Michigan and Pennsylvania, maintain Florida, you're talking about 3 more states right there. Louisiana gets a little more pressure, a few more people to override a veto. It's completely possible we get 4 more constitutional carry states. But they are absolutely on the defensive. They're passing new laws to acquiesce to the Bruin decision. Even those are questionable. New York is a perfect example. California is a perfect example. They are crossing the lines, but they're trying to maintain their power, and they're losing it because they've crossed the line too many times. That's my own personal opinion. Let's see here. Oh, that's a good question. Damien, can 18 and 20-year-olds carry in Texas without breaking the law? For 30 days more, they cannot. After 30 days, they can, pending no overturning, pending no changing in the actual judicial review. But that is correct. Can't read that one. Sorry, guys. Some of these, some I can't read. Not all of them. Just occasionally, I can't read some of them. All right, quick. PA is going to be a hard win. All right, PA, quick. I'm actually going to do some videos this weekend, only on Sunday, as I told you guys, where we're doing kind of a state of the politics of the gun rights and where we're moving. I don't believe Pennsylvania is going to be a hard win. I genuinely don't. Oz is not a good candidate. I will be the first one to tell you he's not. However, Fetterman is so bad. He's so terrible, and there's so many clips of him just doing insane things and saying crazy things, and he can't really speak. I don't see him winning. I don't know if it's going to be a hard win, but real simple. Just make everyone you know vote. That's easy. Oh, man. Let's see here. Eyes wide open. Another super chat. Stocks today. Hurt my pew pew fund. Anyone else? So, full disclosure, I love the stock market. I love playing with it. I love looking at the technical charts. I love doing all that stuff. I actually was on the inverse, expecting it to do that after Powell announced the rate increase or the lack of action. I was kind of expecting that, which was I was really fortunate. So it was pretty cool. But I love the stocks too. Kyle Richards, both candidates in PA are crap. You know, Kyle. I can't argue with that point. I think it's a very solid point, well founded in fact. Oh man, that's hilarious. All right, let me catch up on a few more of these. Yeah, Jim Bobby, he did have a stroke. He is still trying to catch it up. Tom says, while your new background is no longer patriotic, I do like your Cairo Christogram and your logo. Well, thank you for that. Wait, who said that? Yeah, Tom, thank you for that. But don't worry, this is just the preliminary live stream. This is the first one. There will absolutely be patriotic stuff in the new videos, multiple different places. You will absolutely see it. This is just the backdrop that is stone with the logo. 100% there will be American flag influence across the board. Don't you worry about that, Tom. I got you. Octavian, anyone else getting pummeled with ads for Dem candidates as of the last day or so? Absolutely. I get pummeled all the time. 100%. Now, Gerald, that's an interesting question. Let's see here. If we could get 30 states for open carry, would every state become open carry? I seriously doubt every state. You would have to get federal legislation that would do that, and that would be not impossible, but it would be a hard lift, especially when you still have the NFA you can hit on. You still have national reciprocity, like lots of things of that nature, which are easier lifts. But I'm not saying it's not possible, but it all depends on the politics of the time, which that's the craziest thing with what we're doing when we spend so much time talking about it. We're leading every 2 years, this resets. And so we're constantly watching, we're constantly analyzing, and we will continue to make this happen. All right, let me see. Fetterman. Oh, Fetterman. Catch up on a few more of these. You guys are being very, very conversational. I like that. Lame. This is the second time you've done that one. Do you think that material should be removed from the Form 4473? I mean, if it's medical, here's the thing. This should be up to states. In my own personal opinion, that should either be legal or illegal by states. I mean, like, you could make the argument very easily that alcohol is just as or worse, but it's not on the 4473, which would indicate that there's a special purpose around that substance, which again brings up all sorts of different conversations. So I personally, as long as just kind of, I guess the best way to say on my own personal stance is, as long as you're being responsible, similar to not being at a gun range while you're intoxicated, it kind of falls under the same category. At least that's my observation. I mean, I could sway back and forth on that, but that's just my immediate gut reaction. Yeah, lots of ads on YouTube for Democrats. Yes, there are. They are absolutely hitting that. Who made the sign? A local metalsmith here, or fabricator here in Atlanta. All right. Oh, Chazzy, this is awesome. I love that Maloney is out in New York. Oh, I do too. That video made me so happy to do, because I don't have to watch Maloney anymore. I still have to watch the high-waisted fiend Jerry Nadler, but no more Maloney, so that's something. But anyway, that's that part. When SCOTUS comes back from their break, will they address all this anti-Bruin BS? I honestly don't know, Very. I don't know, because it seems like they're kind of being invalidated, but if they're on break right now, they can't really do anything. So let's see. Adult apple juice break. Ed, the new studio is awesome. Thank you so much. You are only seeing one side of 3 that you will be seeing in the future. So pretty awesome. I'm excited. So Paul, love your channel and what you do to keep us all informed. I lived in New Hampshire, moved to Maine recently. The blue versus red is a big difference. Michael, do I see Maryland becoming a constitutional carry? Not in the near future. Not in the near future. I don't think so. It's possible, but it's a heavy lift, as I said, with something else. Dan Chambers, Nevada turning red. Okay. I love this stuff. Just so you guys know, I love the politics. I love the polling. I love all this stuff. It's very fascinating to me. So Nevada turning red would be one of the largest indicators of something bad happening for the Democrats that you could imagine. So Nevada has been deep blue, for you guys who aren't really following it too much. Nevada has been deep blue for a while, like a couple election cycles in the general with the presidential. If Nevada turns red and you get a Republican senator, that's a flip. That's a big one. And there's actually a pretty weak candidate in Nevada, which we're going to talk about, Mastro. And then you also get that state going to the Electoral College, which isn't a big amount, but it's still a piece. That's indicative of a very large subset of the population that is changing their voting demographics. So that part is crazy important, because if you're talking about people like Myra Flores, or you're talking about DeSantis, or you're talking about all of the Hispanic vote shifting, that's like game over. And that there are indicators that is happening across the board, which I'm down for. So that's my own personal opinion on Nevada. I think it will, but I don't know 100%. Eyes wide open with a super chat. Congresswoman stopped answering my DOJ FBI pew pew question. Thoughts? Keep doing it, just on principle. That's my thoughts. Be polite, be effective. That's all you got to do. All right, let's see here. I got some other things here. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Studio looks good. Thank you so much, Kelly. What are you thinking on CRS Firearms case with Matt Hoover? I mean, again, you're kind of going into the West Virginia versus the EPA situation. They started going after the NFA. I mean, I don't know if you're going to get the NFA invalidated through a personal lawsuit, but that's my own personal opinion. Hold on a second. My wife is making sure I'm not missing super chats. Hold on, I've been informed that I missed the super chat. Let's see, I did the Congresswoman one. Okay, sorry, Jason, I did miss the super chat. Wifey was correct. Chalk one more up for Wifey. I think Oz would be a rhino on many issues, including the 2A. So here's one of the things that this is my honest opinion on this. Yes, he may be a rhino. He might be a wishy-washy vote. He also might be a solid Republican conservative vote. There's no way until he's in there. However, one thing I know for dang sure, Fetterman has already said he's going to abolish the Second Amendment if he can. He's already said repeal all guns. He's already said anything you possibly can anti-2A. He also wants to repeal the filibuster. If it comes from he might be a rhino who's replacing a rhino, Pat Toomey, versus a guaranteed Bernie bro, yeah, I'm going to go with I'll worry about you in about 10 minutes while I put out this fire over here because this guy is, whoa, next level. All right, Jason Oney, another super chat. What's the likelihood of the Massachusetts firearm roster going away? It needs to happen. So firearm rosters, I think that those will go away, but I don't think it's just Massachusetts. I think it's any state with a roster. If you're talking about certain things you can and cannot have based off of their make and model, that's not going to be found in precedent. That's not going to be found in history or text of the Second Amendment. I think that in time will also get struck down, personally. Oz, that's so funny. I don't know Don Boldak yet. Fetterman is lost in the sauce. He is pretty out there. You know what? I mean, honestly, TMO, even if he is, man, like, it's kind of one of those things where you've got A or B, and you know B is going to burn the house down, and A, you know, he just plays with matches. So it's like, great. We'll see what happens. That's my own personal opinion on that. John Chittick, Whitmer only carries Detroit, Flint, Grand Rapids, and Marquette, but those counties aren't that blue anymore. So now he's talking about Michigan. So Michigan, I think Michigan has a real chance to go for Tudor-Dixon. If you do that in Michigan, you're talking about a red House, red Senate, and red governorship. That is a very big thing. That's a very big thing. Gunn, love the channel, Braden. I've been watching for a long time, bro. Keep with the great work. Thank you so much for watching for a long time. That's awesome. Wait, someone just said something awesome. There we go. Vern, seeing as I don't know, what the heck is a rhino? So a rhino is a short term, it's just short speak for Republican in name only. What that means is they vote with Democrats all the time, but they call themselves Republicans. A really good case in point would be like a Lindsey Graham or a Mitt Romney or a Susan Collins or a Lisa Murkowski. That would be a rhino. But it's funny when people type in rhino, R-H-I-N-O. I always think that's funny. Now that is true. Quick, Toomey didn't vote for that bill that passed the Senate. He did not. But I'll be honest with you, like the 15 other Republicans did. So it's like, well, there we go. Puma, it would be hilarious if the NFA was repealed over a personal civil lawsuit. That's true. It would be funny. Oh man, some of these things I can't even go into. All right, let's see here. That'd be great if we could get Tudor. That's right, you could. Oh, we have a super chat from Nick. Buying a drink for the missus because she likely needs one after getting scared from your screams of joy with the great 2A news recently. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I appreciate that, Nick, and she does too. I can speak for her. I feel pretty good about that. Gina, the studio turned out beautiful. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to show you guys tomorrow when I start doing the actual live videos that we'll be doing going forward. It is next level, and I'm so excited to bring you an updated vibe and look. It's really going to add to the professionalism. It's going to add to the production quality. I think it's really going to take it to the next level. I'm very excited. Fat great man, the new studio is real nice, but you and your message and delivery, that makes it work. Well, I appreciate that. I feel bad saying fat great man, but I appreciate that. Oh man. 539 watchers and 611 likes, but we get a few more to hit that thumbs up. That's awesome. All right, Shazzy, here we go with the New York references. Do you think with the Bruen decision that New York SAFE Act could go down? It's possible. I can't guarantee it, but it is possible. It still has to work its way through the system, but it will be a couple of years. But the thing with all existing gun control laws, and this is the big thing that I hit on when Bruen first got accepted into the Supreme Court on the docket, because the gun controllers have been pushing so long and so hard, and it just keeps on moving the field goal every once in a while. The post keeps on getting moved. Well, when that happened, they weren't getting in trouble, so they kept on doing it, and it spread across the United States in the blue cities and blue states. When the Bruen decision came down, that basically dismantled everything that we're talking about. Then you're sitting in a place where all of their gun laws and all their gun control dreams are all unconstitutional, and that's a bit of a problem, which is why you're seeing all of the strike downs of the laws and then the new laws and all the different finagling is because their whole castle of cards is coming down, essentially. But that is my point. Hold on a second. I just saw Austin. What do you think of Judge Benitez with the AW ban? Well, I loved his original ruling with the original AW ban that went down the entire thing, the entire circuit so long. I'm excited to see what he comes up with. I don't see why he'd change his mind. He's pretty adamant on it. Especially the part where he likened it to a Swiss Army knife, which sent the left into a oblivion. That was crazy town. But yeah, so I think go team. Drew in Reno, any thoughts of doing a weekly podcast with Jared from Guns and Gadgets and Armed Scholar? We've talked about that a couple times. There's a lot of nuance and behind the scenes stuff that we have to hit. But there's a couple things. That's definitely in conversation. That's absolutely true. Gerald, shiplap wall would look great with two muskets across them. There will be more paraphernalia, I promise. You guys will see all of it on both sides, and I got the 2 camera angles to prove it. It's going to be amazing. All right, so what I'm going to do right now, guys, because it's 8:45, I am going to go ahead and make the video that we're going to fade into here about the FOID cards public. And once I do that, we can fade directly into that because you guys are incredibly awesome. All right, so that is live. Multitasking like a champ per usual. And we will be over there in a minute. Oh, man. Is Hochul done in New York? I honestly don't know. Maybe. She didn't really get elected, so I don't really have any frame of reference to really give you. But it's possible. Walter, love your vids. Thank you. Adult apple juice break. So tired of the FOID. Well, you're going to want to see the next video, Amy, in about 10 minutes. The next video is all about the FOID. Randy John, thanks for all you do for the fight. Have a great evening. Awesome, awesome. You guys are incredible. Let me get the link for you guys so we can be all official as we can be. Everything is good over there. We are still fading. Good stuff. Just getting the link, and then I will be right back to you guys. Hold on one second. There we go. So in about 5 minutes, we're going to bounce over to that link right there that I just put in the chat. Thanks for all you do. Hey, Chazzy, it's my pleasure. I enjoy this with the bottom of my heart with you guys. I am here for the long haul. This fight is just getting started. That's funny. Incarnate Legally Armed America also has a live stream going on. That's funny. I would go over there, but I don't want to mess with any of the systems. That's hilarious. Well, Ruth, my brother watches you religiously. Well, I appreciate that. That's the good stuff. Here's another thing for him to watch. Need a disco ball in front of the light behind your head. That'd be kind of interesting, like right here. That'd be kind of like a Langley Outdoors Academy logo disco ball. That'd be interesting. Oh man, you guys are awesome. All right, so we are currently sitting at 550 concurrent viewers. We are at 684 likes. We are cruising strong. That's right, Lewis. We will never lose the Constitution of the 2A. That's absolutely right. Colonel Bullseye, I don't know the answer to that question. You would have to look into that. I wish I could. I think the FOID cards and records should be destroyed. Well, the next video, which, like I said, we're going to fade into the premiere right here, which I'll meet you guys over there. That one is, you're not going to like that one, if that's the case. Oh, broski, that is false. I like the likes, but I can't carry through on your promise. Brock, because it's a live stream, I can't say certain things. It'll just trigger it, and it'll make the world not happy. It's silly, but that's the way it is. Chazzy, 1 hour. It's just not enough time, Braden. I appreciate it, Chazzy, and I would hang with you guys as much as I could, but I don't want to overwhelm you. I don't want to fall over dead because I'm too tired, and also I want to make sure there's some balance across the board. Oh, man. That is awesome. All right, guys. That's right, Spicy Friday with Johnny B. Oh, man. Are you going to break out the tux for tomorrow? Nope. Nope, same old looking good in my t-shirts. That's exactly right, Gabriel. You were never beaten until you give up. I just don't want to overwhelm the system. All right, I'm going to throw the chat in there one more time for the link. Broski, man, spending all the monies. Oh, man. That's hilarious. So, guys, what I'm going to do is at 8:50, which is about 1 minute, I'm going to shut down the live stream, and then I'm going to bounce over to the premiere where we can chat and continue this conversation so you guys can see what's going on in Chicago with the FOID, because there is a tremendous expansion of emergency powers that the governor authorized, which is quite honestly terrifying. So, that is that. Broski, that is true. Your arms would be tired. See, that's true. Dave gets it. Dave gets it. All right, guys, and with that, I love hanging out with you guys. I love the live streams. They're so much fun. Thank you for the engagement. And now we are going to jump straight over to the premiere. I'm going to end this stream, and I will see you on the next video. Braden signing out.